Okay. Hi, dear. All right, so I'm gonna walk us through the sequence for the class. I'm going to do the whole sequence all in one, but if you'll note, there's a few classes where we kind of insert a new pose into the flow, but for the most part, the flow is very repetitive. So I haven't broken down by week or any new entries in by week, but I'll do, for this purpose, you can see how we instruct from pose to pose. My suggestion would be that we cue to get into the pose and then repeat in the anatomical language, if you want that, or we can start off straight with the anatomical language. Totally up to you. This way you at least get to see how we instruct to it in talking about the foot instead of all the bones in the foot. All right, so we're gonna start out. I've got the sequence here too, so if you see me looking at it, it's because I haven't memorized it yet. That's why. So we're gonna start out in easy seated posture, Sukhasana. So we're gonna start out with legs crossed, arms relaxed, shoulders relaxed away from the ears. Taking a big breath in. Exhale out. Breathe in. Breathe out. We'll relax the hands by the side and then slowly inhale, reach up to the sky. Exhale, we're gonna twist to the right, take the right hand behind the left hand to the right knee and look over the right shoulder. It's a modified Ardha, I can't say it in Sanskrit, it's a really hard word to say in Sanskrit, but it's a seated twist. Take a big breath in, bring the hands up, spread all 10 fingers, and then take your left hand behind the back, take your right hand to your left knee, push the hips into the ground, lift the heart, take the right ribs towards the left knee, look over, draw the chin over the left shoulder. Come back to center, take a full breath in, exhale out. We'll repeat some of these poses a few times during the sequence, but for the purposes today, I'll run through each pose probably one time. So we start out in a seated position, twist, twist, moving into child's pose. Come on over, bring the big toes to touch, take your knees out wide, sit the hips towards your heels, reach your hands towards the top of the mat, spread all 10 fingers, relax your chest towards the mat, allow the shoulders to draw onto the back. This is a space where you can talk about how the rotation of the arm, if you'd like, as well. This is a place you can speak to that. You can also speak, we will speak in different weeks to the hands, spread all 10 fingers, press into your big knuckle and your first finger knuckle, press all 10 fingers into the mat, and then we slowly move into tabletop position. We're coming into tabletop. We pull the belly button to the spine, shoulders directly over the wrists, spread all 10 fingers, hips directly over the knees, into tabletop. We move into cat-cow. Drop the belly, inhale, lift the chest, chin forward, press away and round through the upper back. Drop the belly, inhale, lift, rotating the pelvis. Exhale, press away and round. Drop the belly, inhale, lift. Exhale, press away and round. So we'll be here. And then slowly, in later weeks, we will add in the lower arm, week 4, we will add in here, wrist rolls. So rotating to the left and to the right. And then we will also spin the thumbs outward. Now it doesn't matter if it's all the way, but outward. And then slowly press down through the heels of the hands and sit back to stretch the forearm here. Stretch in here. Coming back to tabletop, we'll move to thread the needle, bringing the right hand to center, reach your left hand to the sky. Take a full breath in, we'll thread 3 times. Exhale underneath, inhale, reach your left hand to the sky. Exhale, thread the needle. Inhale, reach, and now we drop the left shoulder all the way to the mat. You can spider your fingers up to the top of the mat, or bring your right hand to the low back, to the sacrum. Once we come back up, extend the left hand to the sky one more time, take it down. Reach your right hand to the sky, big breath in, thread the needle, once, twice, 3 times, drop the right shoulder, spider the hands to the top or behind the back, if you choose. Coming back to tabletop, we will then move to side plank. Now, modified side plank leaves the knee down, hands to the side here. Regular side plank means this foot comes back out, we fire up the leg muscles, the shoulder comes directly, my balance, directly over the wrist, and up. Vashisthasana. Coming back down to tabletop, we'll repeat that on each side, and then tuck the toes, downward facing dog, stepping forward to forward fold. Forward fold. Rolling on up, Tadasana. Now we'll begin our sun salutation A's. Inhale, reach your hands to the sky, spread all 10 fingers, soften the knees, press all 10 toes, push down through the big toe mound in the center of each heel, and rotate the pelvis towards the sky. Shoulders away from the ears, thoracic spine towards the chest. Big breath in, forward fold, exhale. Hands to your shins, halfway lift. And then plant your hands, high plank. They have the option to lower the knees. Shift forward, low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take a big breath in. Exhale, step or jump your feet to your hands. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Fold. And rise. Extended mountain one more time. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift, and we will repeat this. High plank. Shift forward, low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take a big breath in. From here, we will move into a low lunge. Step the right foot between your hands, lower the left knee to the mat. Hands to your shins or the mat, or your knee or the mat, sorry. Or to the sky, spread all 10 fingers. From here, we'll do 1 round on each side. So stepping back to downward facing dog. Switch sides, 1 on each side. And then we will come to downward facing dog. Right foot forward, warrior 1. Warrior 1. We will open out to warrior 2. We will flip the palm, reverse your warrior, extended side angle, left hand reaches up. So you can see we're opening through the chest, tilting the hips towards the sky. It's activating the legs, the shoulders, the upper body. Big breath in. And exhale, plant your hands, step your left foot to meet your right. We'll repeat the same thing on the opposite side. Warrior 1, rise. Open warrior 2, shoulders down, reverse. Extended side angle. Big breath in. And back down, Padasana or Padagustasana. You're going to take the hands underneath the feet. We're going to add this in on, I believe, week 5. Hands on our feet on top of the hands. rotating back and forth. Rotating back and forth here. And then release, heel toe the feet together, bend your knees, chair pose. Utkatasana. From Utkatasana, I'm going to turn towards the camera so you can see, we're going to move into eagle pose, which brings the right leg over and the right arm under. Elbows in line with the shoulders, thoracic spine to the chest. Take a full breath in and release to stand. We'll do the same thing on the opposite side. Chair pose, left foot under, left arm under, and release. Then we will move to tree pose on each side. Ankle, calf, or above the knee. Hands to heart center. From here, if they want to reach up, we can. Depending on what body part we speak to, opposite side. Ankle, calf, or above the knee. Activates a lot in the ankles and the low leg. And release. So from here, we will reach up one more time, forward fold, halfway lift. This time plant your hands, step back, warrior one, warrior two, and then straighten the right leg for triangle pose, Trikonasana. Then we will bring the feet down, step the left foot halfway up the mat, bring the palms behind the back for pyramid pose. They can leave the hands on the ground if that feels better. Pyramid pose, release, and we'll repeat on each side. Warrior one, warrior two, triangle, pyramid, here. Release, and then we're gonna slowly step through the hands to a seated position, coming into boat pose, and relaxing down to the ground for bridge. Lower the hips, tuck the knees to the chest, rise up, extend the legs long, bring your right foot to the inside of your left knee, reach your hands to the sky, fold over your left leg for head to knee posture. Opposite side. Coming back, lowering down. Supine twist, bring your right knee to your left hand, drop across the body, keeping the right shoulder to the mat. Supine twist, switch sides. And then once they come back up to a seated position, we'll sit once again in easy seated, and we'll focus for week 9 on the breathing into the diaphragm, placing one hand on the belly, one hand on the heart. We'll practice several different breath methods. Ujjayi, breathing in through the nose and constricting the muscles in the throat. It's like an oceanic sounding breath, or Darth Vader, some people say. We will also practice just a continual conscious breath, breathing in through the nose, making sure that you fill the belly, then the lungs, then exhale. So activating the diaphragm, the lungs, release, just like this. And then something we call a pulse breath, but on this pulse breath, you'll snap the belly in and expand the belly out when you inhale, snap out in as you exhale. So it's gonna look like this. That's actually breath of fire. Sorry, we're gonna do breath of fire, not pulse breath. Breath of fire. And you can also do it through the nose. We'll most likely do it through the nose, actually. So the inhale becomes really passive and the exhale becomes forced as you snap the belly in to activate the diaphragm. So these are the pieces we're going to be working with. Please feel free to call me at any point in time and ask me any questions. This is a very brief run through. I'll try to write out as much as I can as well. And I hope you're having a great day. Talk to you soon.
Bye, Kelly.